Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the movie Hangout. Big news has just dropped. The brand new James Bond has just been revealed, and that person is, let's do a little drum roll. Henry Cavill? Nope. Chris Evans? Nope. Anyone else? Nope. Lashana Lynch. That's right. Lashana Lynch. I've never heard of this woman, but not only are they going with a woman, they're going with an African, I guess she's African Brit woman because she's not African American. Okay, so if you've been following the casting process of the new 007, originally they were going to use Idris Elba. They were kind of fishing around for that idea because if you have a white James Bond now, that's supposedly bad. Like he can't not all the good characters now from now on. If they're white, that's not good. So they have to use a person of color, somebody that's not white. So they were going to use Idris Elba. Now Idris Elba, I think, is a fantastic actor. He's a good-looking guy, and he's a guy. He's a man. If you actually know anything about the James Bond character, James Bond is a man. He's a British man. A Brit is not merely citizenship, it's also an ethnicity. If you do 23andMe or Ancestry DNA, it'll actually show that you could be 65% British. That doesn't mean you're 65% citizenship. It means 65% actual part of that ethnicity of European. And the character James Bond is a Brit, and he's a man. And so what did the SJWs do? They picked the furthest person from that. So you're not only going to be not a man, it's not going to be a European man. So they have an African woman to play James Bond. The New York Post here is talking about it. Excuse me. James Bond fans wanting 007 to be either black or female are in for a double treat. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants 007 to be different. Within the movie Spy, about to be played by a black woman, British actress Lashana Lynch, 31, will be introduced as the new 007 and being described as a popcorn dropping moment in the franchise's 25th movie that's currently being filmed. But it's not a complete do-over, with her just taking James Bond's secret agent number after he retires from M16, the report says. Bond himself will still be played by Daniel Craig and will still adhere to his old-fashioned macho characteristics. Bond, of course, is sexually attracted to the new female 007 and tries his usual seduction tricks, but is baffled when they don't work on a brilliant young black woman who basically rolls her eyes at him and has no interest in jumping into bed. Okay, and then it goes down here. There are spectacular chase sequences and fights, and Bond is still Bond, but he's having to learn to deal with the world of Me Too. So really what this is about, and this is what I feared, and I actually came up with the same exact scenario as a joke to one of my friends, and they just kind of rolled their eyes and were like, dude, this is ridiculous. Nobody's ever going to really do that and totally destroy James Bond. But here we go. It's right here, and it's all over the internet, you'll see. The new James Bond is going to be a woman who's a person of color and who's a feminist. And it's going to be basically the whole viewpoint is like Daniel Craig is a European man who's macho, and that's the past. We're doing away with that. That's so old school, so outdated. We're just going to throw that away. That is going the way of the dodo bird, of the dinosaur, never to be revisited again. And now we're in a new age, a new level in our evolution, where people who are people of color are in charge, and femininity, hyper femininity, is what is cool, and masculinity is bad. And what's really sad about this is that, men whistling at women, doing stuff like that, smacking a woman on the butt, stuff like, and just that type of behavior. That's not masculine behavior. That's just being a douchebag. And when people on the left, SJWs, try to characterize manly behavior as that type of stuff, as masculine behavior as that, And well, if you are for masculinity, then you're for harassing women. It's just ridiculous. It's dishonest. And it just shows that there's a lot of people that hate men. And it's just really sad because the James Bond character is an icon. He's an icon in literature, and he's also an icon in film. And what's going to happen with this movie is that people are already upset. More people are going to be upset and ticked off. And the studios, rather than taking that in and going, you know what? Maybe this was like a really bad idea. Maybe this just was not creative in any way. And maybe this was intolerant and preachy to people. Instead of doing that and reflecting on themselves, they're just going to call people racist. And this is the same thing that's going on with the Ariel character at Disney. Unless you bow down and, belittle yourself, cave in, then you're a racist and you're a terrible person. And that's a problem that I have with this, and a lot of people have. I don't even know who this lady is. I'm sure she's a nice lady, even though she doesn't look nice in the picture. She's probably nice. She's probably really good at her job, but it's like, I mean, just put yourself in someone else's shoes. If you are a person of color and you love the Black Panther, like that character symbolizes a lot of positive things to you, and Marvel were to have, an unknown European person play the Black Panther, and it still takes place in Africa, but everybody in it is European, and they just rearrange everything around to you. And then if you have any problem with that, they tell you you are a terrible person. You are the one that should just shut up and go away because you're a racist. I mean, wouldn't that make you upset? I mean, that's basically what's going on right here. And it's really sad. And rather than coming up with brand new, fresh characters, it's just gutting out stuff that has already been created, which is the laziest thing to do, and then belittle the fans that actually built and paid money and kept this whole franchise going. And I just think it's really, really sad. I thought this was a joke this morning, and the reason why I didn't report on it right away, I was waiting for people just to say, just kidding, but it's not. That's what it is. If you want to get future rants, reviews, original content, click subscribe. Later.